everybody. Crits and Giggles is back with the Tenements of the Great Rift campaign. Shit's wild. We are, this is session 23, yeah? 24? Oh, F. Fix that. Yeah, something like that. So this is going to be like a more collaborative recap, kind of like last time, because we came off of this big chapter of going through the 4 haunted keeps, which are essentially small dungeons, and meeting key people, learning about those key places, finding some key things in some cases, and now we've come back to Red Larch. This is a recap beyond just last episode, but that's how I'm going to start. We're back at Red Larch, and we realized we had been followed, essentially, by a few denizens of the Crushing Wave cult. That was an interesting experience that ended up with the short version of that was water bomb went off, a devastation orb. Some version of something calling himself Gar Shatterkeel confronted everybody. There was a little bit of a skirmish, and a couple of water elementals essentially kamikazed themselves into the building that your prisoner, I wanted to call him Chuckles, Jolliver Grimjaw, was pretty much. But they essentially launched themselves into this building and it ended up killing this prisoner that you had. Whirl was in there, part of the collateral, as well as the constable. He was clearly hurt by the event, but he's alive and kicking at least. So after all of that, you guys sort of moved your big meeting council operation thing to just the entire level of the inn that you guys have been staying at, or one of the upper levels. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that we learned. So this is where I'm going to turn to you guys for even if you just got to blurt stuff out, that's fine. Was sort of going through what are the key takeaways that you got, at least to this point, from the conversation that you had so far with everybody in that round table. Okay, that's it's in there. I'm from the future. Okay, yeah, that's one of the bigger ones for sure. What else? Uh-oh. Hang on one second.
In their own lives. The guy brought them here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pause for 1 second. For whatever reason, Streamlabs was not picking up any audio other than me. So luckily we didn't get too far before I realized that. For anybody who's hanging out, and I'll make a note that I'll just need to bring the video to that point for YouTube. We're just doing the recap of last session, so didn't miss too much. Other than the fact that Gert's from the future and all the elves recognize her.
Yeah,
Not
that's
from the
exactly,
future,
that's exactly
though.
how we worded it. Yes.
No, Gert's not
no
from the
other
future,
detail.
but all of the elves that are from the future, and all of them recognize Gert at essentially various stages of life, like from child to adult, everything in between.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I think we're good now, so we can continue.
And so the one that brought us our
Weapons?
stuff.
Magic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
He looks similar to what the elves described as the thing that brought them here in this moment in time.
The winged creature that you experienced at
Scarlet Moon.
Scarlet Moon Hall.
Yes.
Yeah.
I almost said the dungeon name of something in a video game. Kind of has
my
a similar
God.
name. Anywho,
They also told us about a. Was it? I can't remember if it was like a cube. It was a shape that had 2 different runes on it.
It was a cube. I wrote down cube.
It was okay. It was a cube that had 2 runes on it, and one of them meant door or doorway, something of that ilk, along with another one.
Right.
And we connected that to the bird people door stuff that Mdar spouted off.
yeah, the crazy like random message that he like got possessed for 2 seconds and just splurted out a bunch of words.
We also got poisoned.
Yeah, we got.
Oh,
we got
yeah,
a little
I
bit of
did.
a-
Well,
Yeah.
technically it was just Gert and
I mean, we all had a woozy
Tell-
about it, but like
Oh,
you
yeah,
two
that's
reacted to it the most harshly. But like
Yeah.
we found that we were served some poison booze, and then we went and confronted the guy, and then shook him down, and found out that he was, without his consent, if you will, working with the
the stone
The
guys, the
punchers.
Black Earth.
yes.
Black
The
Earth. Thank you.
punchers.
Yeah, they punch.
The stone
they do.
puncher.
The stone
Very true.
punchers. And so we talked to the constable about it and see if they're gonna like set up like a neighborhood watch, so they can all, pay a little more attention to each other as a community, so that maybe this happens less while we're not here. Allegedly.
Allegedly. We have to say that for legal reasons, obviously. We also kind of learned what we're looking for now with the dwarves talking about the I didn't get the name, but basically the original civilization
yeah.
of dwarves being connected to all of the keeps.
Yeah.
Yes, the
No,
dwarves
I have the
mentioned a
Tyra
loose-
Bessel?
Tyre Bezel. Yes, so it's like
Tyre
a
Bezel.
loose legend of a place called Tyre Bezel, and they clarified that they had really only heard about it. And I do, there's a fine line between like overdoing it and just like letting people miss stuff. But I think it's worth noting, if it hasn't been already, that that's a very important point for them. The two of them have been like neck deep in their papers, their books, maps, historical texts for everything. And this is the first and only time that they've mentioned something that they've only heard of orally. That there's no
'Cause
like
that was
written.
a huge point to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they also made a point about trying to remember it specifically, but there was like a point about it only being used for a big change to better society. There was something of that ilk that we talked about. I have to look for it, but
Yeah, I'm gonna be straightforward with you. That was a full-on improv moment, so that is not in my notes, at least not verbatim what I said. So if you have
So
it, that would be
good.
a huge help.
oh, okay.
Yeah. I also know they got very excited when we mentioned this fire stone dwarf statue thing that was in
Several
Scarlet Moon,
places.
and that we also saw at the fake wedding.
Yes.
And then at the end, the elves all mentioned that when they left their timelines, some big wacky like thing was happening, and they all seem to vaguely coalesce with stuff that may or may not have already happened, or have we've seen visions of, or it's a lot.
That might already be set in place now.
Short version, timey-wimey bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Wibbly
Kind of.
wobbly.
Yep.
It's time to pull out the multiple flowcharts of how time travel works
Exactly.
in movies and pick which one we're doing.
Are we talking Terminator? Are we talking Back to the Future? Like,
Bill and Ted's Excellent
Groundhog Day.
Adventure. It's the only one that's correct. Fight me on it.
okay, so let's revisit that real quick. The whole events. I did write that down. It's just a matter of where
I got
is
them
it?
written down too. I'm big brain.
Oh, you
I
do?
got
Okay.
that stuff.
If you could rattle those off for us, that would be great because,
Oh, the big four events.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some of those are Easter eggs, and I just want to have some appreciation for them. But then some of them,
Yeah.
So, I didn't put the drow down in the order they were born, so this is just gonna be their name and then what happened to them.
I have them by initial, so if you start, I can add the initial. I
Okay.
cannot pronounce any of their names.
So, Elrar Urango had the entire thing about the interplanar tears kind of tearing each other apart. Because I believe Tiamat had been summoned at that point. Uklapu fought a cult. Hold on, I'm gonna have to read this. Cult of Dragon allied with necromancers to summon Tiamat and succeeded. So Uklapu was doing the stuff when Tiamat had become summoned.
clarification on the first one, Elrar. There was
Elrar.
nothing mentioned about Tiamat with him.
Correct.
I think that was an assumption that I made then.
Okay.
Okay.
That one. So you got Uklapu. Elrar was, yes, the interdimensional tears happening. There was a point about demons and indoctrinated people of the material plane babbling on about manifesting death from the darkness.
Right. Yep.
Okay, and I'll let you continue with the third one then.
Okay. Yeah, and then Honolulu had the situation with the two wizards possessing instruments of immortality to release an eye to destroy the Earths. I'm not sure if that's the correct wording, but that's what I wrote down.
Beast of Terrible Destruction?
Yeah, Beast
Opening
of Terror.
something called the Fane of the Eye
Got that.
to let loose the terrible beast of destruction.
And then BP. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that because that's not gonna come out right. He allied with druids in order to fight necromancers, I believe. When
Yes.
a forest burned down. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think that's all of them, right? That's 4.
That's 4.
I can
Yes.
count.
Yep.
Okay, so in short, all 4 of them were witnessing large-scale catastrophic events happening at the time that they were sent back by what they call a winged creature who referred to himself as Caradun. So at this point, I am having a huge brain fart. I apologize. Of where exactly you guys are. Did we cut off after? No, you. So
We're
after all
still
this
with-
conversation, the whole poisoning thing happened, and that had a little rigmarole chase around thing happening. But I'm
Very Benny
forgetting.
Hill.
Yeah, I'm forgetting where you guys ended up finishing after all of that.
We were back at the inn because like half of this conversation happened after the poisoning.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we're still realistically at the inn, probably in the same room with the elves.
I think
Gotcha.
we were preparing to figure out where we're leaving to.
Yes.
where we're leaving to go.
Okay. I think the last thing that was mentioned was going back to River Guard
Yeah.
Think
when you
so.
guys were talking earlier today.
I casted sending to Renwick, but I think that was the morning, not after the poison.
I
Yeah,
believe it
that's
was right
correct.
before you took a rest.
Yep. Or right as we woke up, I can't remember. We'll check. But either way, we talked to him. Because I had told him that we're going to be delving into the keeps.
Right.
Oh yeah, you told him to like heads up.
Yeah, please don't
kill
attack
anything down
us.
here.
We're
It's
not.
probably us.
Yeah.
Didn't you say something like, "Shit's already going down"? Like it's already super weird over there.
I did.
Yeah,
I
he
have
was
to
very
find
terse
where
about
I
it.
put Yeah.
It's been compromised, I guess, is what he said.
Yeah. I
Oh.
forgot where I put that.
So I have a word written down,
Hmm.
and I truly do not remember what this word means.
Right.
Terabizal?
That
Higher
is
bezel.
the
Mhm.
Yeah. That's the like secret
Yep.
city of the dwarves that's only been talked about.
Cool.
Yeah.
TYAR-BESIL.
Yeah, that one.
ESIL. Okay.
Tie your basil. Tie it up.
Tie your bagel.
I will call it that. So I'm just gonna-
I do have someone in my other campaign who's notorious for just like renaming everybody and everything.
So good.
I don't know, I try very hard unless I'm very, very purposefully trying to piss off Jolly, which I can't do anymore. So
Sadly,
Dang.
you
wait
can't
till
do
there's
that.
someone else I want to piss off.
Okay, I
and
gotta
then
tell
I'll
you,
call him the wrong name.
Andrea, those exchanges were so much fun. They were so stressful to improvise, but that was so much fun.
I was like so in it. I was like, I'm going
Just-
to murder you with my mind.
Just being a complete jackass and then having it thrown right back in my face. Oh, that was good. Anywho,
We love those kinds of villains, though. That's those,
the ones
Yeah.
you love to
those
hate.
awesome.
Hmm
Yeah, I have. There's so much hate that I have now. Just in
much-
my
Oh
tiny
yeah,
air-filled
World had a
body.
little bit of a bomb dropped with the Gar thing,
Did I?
huh? Mm-hmm.
Really? What happened? I don't remember.
Nothing happened. Don't worry about
It's
it.
fine. Everything's
Nobody
fine.
said any names from my past that I have feelings about.
Mm-hmm.
So how's our circus going, guys? How's that axe?
Pretty good. Pretty good, not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I was like, it's great. I don't know what you're talking about. Every time I tell anyone we're in a circus, they just believe me. So I think we're golden.
Axe.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Seriously, that has yet to not work.
It has
I know.
not failed us yet. I mean, I think it's a pretty good strategy.
and
so-
I'm
Just
not. I haven't
chock-full
been like
charisma.
BSing through it too. It's been
Yeah.
like
it's
I'm-
worked.
Yeah, it's legitimately worked. It's been great.
Every time.
So at this point, correct me if I'm saying something that's completely off from what you might have understood, but I believe it's like midday barely at this point, right? Because you kind of
Yes.
woke up, had a little bit of follow-up conversation after your rest, and now we're figuring out what's next. So we're gonna say it's like very late morning to midday.
Cool.
Okay. And then we're all in the big room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cal, I'm just remembering that you asked about this in our yesterday in game. So as a brief update as well, you would all be able to notice out the windows that the restoration effort is in full swing. Excuse me, very similar to the immediate hours and days following the sinkhole event right in the middle of town. A full-on like community effort, windows being boarded up, holes being patched in the sides of buildings, scaffolding to get to roofs, and like figuring out the basics of like weatherproofing, if you will, the buildings that had been damaged the most. As far as you can tell from between that and the regular hustle and bustle anyway that normally happens, a lot of people are involved with making sure things get back to as normal as possible.
What does the hole look like?
It's actually like right now almost looks like a small pool because
Ooh.
to this point it had been like patched up and covered, but it's not like
Right.
completely smoothed over yet. And you had a ton of rain in a very short
Right.
amount of time with the devastation orb. So
Dang.
along with other puddles and flash flooded areas around it's a notable one right in the middle
Sure.
of that road, but it's like re-roped off again, and for the few carts that have been coming the north-south way so far, you can see that they're just kind of carefully going around it still.
Sure. Follow-up question, because I thought this a while ago and just wasn't sure if this ever happened. But since we cleared out the mine, has like work begun in the mine again? Like, has that been able to re-up as like a source of infrastructure for the town?
Oh, the Necromancer's Cave.
Yeah. Or
Yes.
is it still just like haunted and they're all afraid?
No, it has.
Hey, we did it good, guys.
Yes.
We brought commerce back to a town.
Ooh,
It
happy
was
accidents,
one
love
of the 3 major mining quarries for this town. The other 2 you can actually see on the map. So it was the
Right.
farthest away of the 3. And yes, since then it has restored. You don't know necessarily if it's like back to normal, but Constable would have told you without hesitation that activity has been restored.
What were they mining? I don't remember if I asked that before.
I don't
I
think you
it
did.
was just
Cool.
oh yeah, because we never did.
I won't burn a whole bunch of time for you guys looking
good.
up details unless you'd like it. I can look it up, on the side. But
That's fine. I can ask it also like in chat in like 2 weeks.
right.
It's a
So
thing I often do.
Red Larch essentially has 3 main commerce points. What do I want? Assets. That's it. 3 main assets. Selling stone from these mines is one of them. And then the whole meat thing that they've got going on is the other one, because there's the 2 main butchers, right?
His wife is a hunter. That makes sense. Okay,
That's,
cool. Let's leave
that
this.
makes a lot more sense.
And then the third is just essentially their location. So because they
Right.
get so much trade traffic, the inns are always packed, the taverns are always busy. You've got the stables that they're always tending to people's beasts of burden. There's the wagon shops that are always busy with either selling new wagons or repairing existing ones, maybe making trades, that sort of thing. So just the general persuasion that being a central point of trade traffic brings is all collectively like the main source of commerce for this town.
So where are we going, gang?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, let's just go to River Guard because we know there's still people there, and that would. I don't know. Because it still needs, like, the keep itself still probably needs clearing out.
Right.
So I feel like we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone if we just went to River Guard.
That, and we know how to get down into like the access tunnels, so we can do that at Sacred Stone Monastery. But there's also a gate that we don't know how to unlock, and this is just a water channel supposedly into wherever this goes. So if we can hop on a boat, then I think we'll be okay.
And would we have to go? Where's the closest place we could find a boat, other than like hoping, like standing by the river and just like knocking people off one as it goes down, and then
I would like to not rob and steal a boat.
just saying, like, I realistically it would be the closest way to get a boat.
It would be the fastest way, but I.
Point being, would we need to go all the way up to Yardhard to get a boat, or is there somewhere else where we can get a boat?
So just to make sure, in case the players might be forgetting, and if not, then ignore this,
Yeah.
but you would remember seeing 4 posts in the secret channel, only one of which was the boat was gone from, you presume, the guy that escaped.
Yeah.
And the other 3 were still there. And then Cal, you saw one sort of medium-sized and one larger boat on the outside when you were checking that out as well.
I guess what I was saying was when you guys mentioned boat, I was assuming we would like take boat downriver into Keep as opposed to like go through Keep and then get to river.
Oh, okay. Well, we can do that, but there are smaller boats there that may still be there that we can use.
Fair. So we'll just knock our way into the river guard again and be like, "Sup, nerds?
Excuse me.
We're here for your
Let's
boats.
see if we.
Fuck shit up.
Killed your leader. Let us in."
I mean, I think we have I think we have a key now. I'm pretty sure after what happened last time that we have an honorary key. It's hard to
All
talk,
right,
guys. Friday.
I
believe it.
mean,
Friday brain, man.
do we though? Or are they gonna look at us and go, like,
Fuck y'all?
absolutely not. We're gonna defend our post.
I mean, I have a thought. I could just take one person with me and magically show up inside of there and be like, "Hey, you're gonna let us in."
That's
Will it
fun.
work? Who knows? Things have not worked before.
So far, our just shots in the dark have worked out pretty well. So
It's kind of amazing, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, by take one of them with, do you mean like take who?
I mean, I would dimension door in there. I would assume I
one
would
of
take
us.
muscles over here, or is because Iz really seemed to be like their favorite when we walked in. But either way, I would like if we get 2 people in, then that's a little more like threatening than just me. So,
Gotcha. Okay.
which by the way, I have the ability to move things around with myself. Is everybody like? Do we want a code word? If I'm like, hey, I think that tactically this is a smart idea, but that seems like a lot of words. Do you
Rutabaga.
want like a code
Rude.
word, or is everyone just cool and believing me in the future, or like how do we want to? I want to make sure I have people's consent before I move you, but I don't have a lot of time usually to
I think-
discuss it.
I think rutabaga is a good code word. Let's go with that.
All right.
Nobody's gonna remember that.
Yeah, no. I mean, last time, sorry, Cal, I was just like, we're going, and we just showed up somewhere. If that's fine with everyone, then cool. If that's
Yeah.
not fine with you, I would like to know now so that I can remember that for the future.
It's all good. I trust you.
We all good?
Yep.
Just
Hey.
let me know if it's gonna make me nauseous, and I'll be fine.
I mean, again, that's a lot of words. But I will do my
No,
best.
I mean now. Like,
Oh.
does it make me nauseous?
I mean, it doesn't make me nauseous, but I don't get that nauseous. I mean, we
Nice
could
part.
try it, but I don't really. I feel like we should keep it around.
Yeah, let's wait until we
Yes.
need it. And besides, it'll be a fun surprise for whoever we're
I was
getting
gonna
into.
say.
if it does
Also, maybe the code word can be "Don't throw up."
Yak it, yak it.
Pearl.
Oh my
It's around
goodness.
the world. Do we have any other errands we need to run in town? Maybe any stuff we need to buy?
How much money do we have?
I have this written down somewhere.
I have 16 gold.
That's 127.
Oh.
You should
Oh
have
yeah,
more
that's
than
right.
that
You've been
because-
sneaking around looting everything. And Whirl.
Yeah.
Yeah, mathematically, is Whirl, myself, and Taryn would have had 140 gold after all of our pillaging, except that Taryn is slowly buying that back from the 170 that we used for your shield. And then Gert would have 87 because you
Oh, so we
chose
got a whole
not to
lending
have-
program going
I've
on.
got
Okay.
We got a whole
87.
Yeah,
How do I have 87?
from our general pillaging that you chose to get in on.
Nonchalantly take part in.
Yeah. We had a discussion about this after Sacred Stone. about the places that you were cool pillaging and the places you weren't cool pillaging?
Okay. Yeah.
I promise I have. This was like a talk from like months ago, but I
Cool.
promise this is correct.
Definitely.
Sorry, I just only have 16 gold marked down here. So
Whoa!
Yeah,
if you say I've got 87,
yeah.
cool.
We're gonna trust that number.
All right.
I ain't
yeah.
arguing.
I got it. I am very confident in my number math.
no.
So 2.
Man, that was
87.
you
While
guys did
ago.
the shield and spear thing a while ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long time ago.
Point being, realistically, from our spoils, we have 367 gold.
So
That's it.
not enough for Revivify Diamond yet.
Correct.
Not
But we also have the gold robes and the bracelets that we could potentially trade. I have no idea what they're going to be worth, but we could potentially trade for 1 Revivify Diamond.
This is true.
There's somebody that we know that has a lot of knowledge about religious robes. So if we want to stop by there, I don't know how reliable he is right now, though.
I mean, do we ask him how much we think the robe is worth and then go try and trade it, or we just try and trade it and like talk it up?
I think we should ask about what it is first.
Okay.
Which robe is this?
It was a gold robe
Oh.
that we stole from the monastery.
Right, the monk robe. Okay.
Yeah, along with the 2 bracelets. But everyone was like, if you steal these and we get caught, and I'm like, we're not gonna get caught.
We good, yo.
And then I like rolled
And
my
we
eyes
did
really
not.
hard. You know the
We,
usual.
we did not get caught, so
Yeah.
good job, guys.
Audience, as you can see, we have an absolute shit ton of stuff to keep track of.
Just a few things.
A
you
lot
know?
has happened. Holy
I got it
cats.
down. We good.
Okay.
Did you just say holy cats?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I feel like that's kind of an oxymoron, though, honestly.
Rude.
I mean, the pharaohs did worship them, so
That's fair.
or fear them, or both. I don't know.
Definitely both, but that just reminded me of a TikTok I saw.
History is
Oh,
not
I'll
my
bring
strong
it.
subject.
So then do we want to go get the robes appraised and someone else can get the bracelets appraised?
Sure. I can. I mean, if you want to do it, Taryn.
I was just gonna say I'll do the robe and then you can get the bracelets.
Sick.
And then do we want to meet up closer to the edge of town so we can start going as soon as possible?
Maybe meet somewhere where we could purchase the diamond, which sounds like it would be the Smith guy whose name I can't remember.
Oh. It starts with an F, I think.
Feng
Dang,
Ironhead.
yes, it sounds like he's the only one in town that would have anything component related. So my guess would be he would have one.
So meet up at Feng's after we're done. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Say,
Okay. Break. So I'm going to the. Oh, I'm gonna mess this name up because I haven't found it in a while. The All Faith Shrine.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Big number.
Sick.
Totally ready for that. Yeah. Okay. What are you doing at the All Faith Shrine?
I'm gonna check on Emdar because I'm gonna ask him about the gold robe.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sorry, I need to open up a 17th tab.
Honestly, we're not expecting as much of this as you are, so
No,
this is a fun time all around.
It's all good. And it's not like if I don't have it right in front of me, I won't remember key things to... Well, now I just cursed it, so...
Well, shoot.
Okay.
Okay, here we are. All Faith Shrine. Here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. How are we looking? How's it look inside? Is it bustling? Is it a lot of communion, or is it like kind of a slow midday? Trying to fill out the vibe before
Right.
I
So
jump
Got
in.
their
got-
teen program in there right now. Got some cool name like Tag.
Just like, what's everybody's name like right now?
Oh, Jesus. Jesus is one. No, I'm kidding. So you do see Imdar, and he's kind of buzzing around, cleaning up what you can easily tell is like broken glass and some shattered wood, presumably from the few windows that existed around the monastery itself, or the building itself. It's not a full-on monastery. And maybe some debris from outside from the storm event that just happened. There are also a couple of other random people that are like in this mix of their own conversations, but still in some cases like helping him as well. Everybody's kind of in their own zone at the moment.
Cool. So then Taryn is going to, I'm gonna start helping Mdar clean up the glass, clean up all the debris, and say, hello, good morning. It's been a while since we've talked. Is everything okay here? It looks like the storm had quite the effect on the shrine.
Oh, Taryn, yeah, well, I think we got lucky. Just some broken glass and a little debris. We're still standing, so all good here. Hey, any word on Limura?
Yes, there has been word, and the good news is we're going to get her.
Oh, wait, you have to go get her. Is she okay?
I'm going to get closer to him and try to like say softly. It doesn't look very good at the moment. She's definitely in danger, but we are hurrying to her aid at the moment. And we're preparing to get, we're preparing possible equipment we may need before we go in.
But you know where she is. So she was kidnapped?
An abduction is our highest, most reasonable idea of what happened.
Well, if she was, then do you think I should talk to the constable about protecting me? Am I in danger?
How much do you know about who she was traveling with?
I know almost nothing. I just know that she was with a group that had multiple stops along the way, and I don't even think I really even know what she looks like. I was just sort of given a name, and that's usually how this pilgrimage works. We just know the name of the person we're supposed to pair up with, and arrangements are made that we arrive ideally on the same day.
In that case, I don't believe that you would be a target, but I do suggest that you talk to the constable, as he is putting together somewhat of a neighborhood watch, so to speak, in order to help protect from events that happen similar to last night's.
Okay, well, I'll do that. Also, apologies, but you look very different, but I can't put my finger on it.
I've been rapidly
I
changing
I
colors.
look at my hands. Yeah, me neither.
Touche.
It's a journey of my own that I'm somewhat confused about myself. But I'd rather get into that at a later time, when there are less pressing matters. Um, as of now, I had a couple more questions to ask you. I don't believe they won't be nearly as personal as last time.
Well, of course, I don't mind.
I'm going to start pulling out the folded robes that we found at Sacred Stone and say, uh, while we were while the group that I'm a part of, our circus, had been um, performing, so to speak, uh, we found this, and I had recognized that it had some sort of religious meaning, but couldn't quite understand what it was specifically. And I was hoping you could enlighten me.
Oh, this is beautiful. Um, there's really nothing. Well, aside from the gold aspect, there's nothing really overly unique about them. There's just a simple vestment for nearly any priest. But what about it?
Uh, we the venue that we had been at was not a very it was not full of very favorable figures, uh, and we had decided that if we had taken this robe, that it might be worth something that could help us later. Uh, so I would also like to ask, would you be open to an exchange of some sort, if not for an object, then for gold?
Well, it'd be a little uh, less modest than my taste. However, I think it would be a lovely gift for Limura. So, how about this? If I'm not mistaken, this would typically sell for about 40 gold. I think I can muster that if you feel that's fair. And then I will be sure to, whenever Limura does get here, I can make sure that it's known it's from us collectively and not just myself.
So 40 gold is a little bit lower than what I was expecting, but
I think we can work with it.
yeah, I think it might work. Um, yeah, with good favors, or excuse me, that's not what I would say. Excuse me, like, Friday brain is not doing good, guys.
It's all good.
In good faith, I do feel like she would appreciate a present after after what's been going on with the past couple weeks. Uh, that's fine. And then I will extend the robe for him to take.
Okay, so he'll take it gently from you and quickly scoot over to the room that he has been in and out of. You know, it's his of the two. Shuffle around for a bit and then come back to you with a small pouch of gold coins.
Thank you very much, Emdar. Hopefully we'll be back soon in order to present Limura with this gift.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. You're by allowing me to trade with you, that you are helping her more than you could possibly imagine. And then I will give a warm smile and start to walk out.
Okay. And he'll go back to the activities he was participating in when you arrived, just still kind of maintaining the cleanup effort and occasionally talking to anybody who addresses him on the way. So we'll pause there and cut to everybody else. That was probably just a couple minutes. What is everybody else doing during that?
I think I was gonna go try and trade the bracelets.
Yeah, get it.
Okay.
I don't know where I need to go. I have no idea.
I don't know where you need to go either.
Probably
we were
our
under the
friend.
impression it was the blacksmith guy, which I thought was 13.
Oh right.
Okay.
Because we think I asked the constable vaguely if there was like somewhere he thought we could get things that we could use for magic shit, and he was like, I don't know. The only person who knows anything about that is the Smith guy.
Is Fang.
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 There we go.
So we're hoping to just like trade the bracelets for a thing, or
Or we could try and go to the fancy clothes shop and see if
Yeah.
they would pay for the gold bracelets.
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Also, realistically, because we did the math, or I have the math slightly wrong, we realistically have 140 gold that, like, Taryn was basically paying back for the shield. So we have 140 gold in, like, a pot that belongs to no one. Which means if we add that with the 40, then we only need 120. So if we can get that out of the bracelets, then we're, like, set.
Cool.
All right, that's all.
And that's not to mention haggling.
Right.
Oh no. Okay.
I believe it. Do you want backup on haggling?
Absolutely.
Hey,
Miss Charisma.
Remind me. I think the last time you guys or anybody was here, Cal, you did swing by on your solo trip to pick up your spear, right?
Correct.
And then the last and sometime or like right after that, the rest of you came here and commissioned the shield, right? But you haven't been back
Right.
since.
right.
Right.
We commissioned the shield, and then we went and sold the feathered robes in, like, the same pass. But yeah, we haven't been back since that day.
Yeah, because you went bang, bang, bang to the other keeps, like one after the other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez.
we went on the
Bang,
grind
bang
for a
into the
couple
key.
sessions.
Start 'em up.
Okay. All right. So is that where you're headed?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely. So
The fancy clothes place.
Chat
Wait,
it
I thought it was
up.
fancy clothes place for the gold, or do we want to try and go to? Who do we think is gonna give us a better shot at the gold bracelets?
I have a feeling that the fancy clothes place is going to try and screw us over because they want to get a good deal so that they could profit off of it. Meanwhile, our friend might be able to help us out. Maybe. I don't
Valid.
know.
He
Let's try
does-
him then.
Doesn't he also work with trades? Like he also will exchange items for services, or was
think
I
so.
imagining that?
I think realistically, somewhat yes.
He did offer
Which actually
to
works out.
do more enhancements. You know, if you
Yeah.
if you got gear that you already like, you just want to make it better. He did offer that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tight. That works out. Let's go there
That
then.
clothing place. All right. Sick.
Okay. So
on it.
familiar sight when you get to the front door, he'll like immediately recognize you despite having several people already in and checking things out. Excuse me, and even like chatting with him a little bit. As soon as you guys walk in the door, hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Hey, hi. Hello. Point of order. I have changed myself to look like my normal self without the spooky shit.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
So
So point
no
of order
one's
for the
questioning that.
group. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, it's been a while since you came here. Hey, I got something great for you. I think you're gonna love it. Come check it
Really?
out.
Super
Awesome.
eager.
All right. Tight. First, thank you for the 1-day delivery. That was really fantastic and like very, very well used. So thank you.
Wait. Delivery of what did I deliver? Man, I've been working on so many projects lately, and as he's saying
You know-
this, he's sort of shuffling around behind the front counter. What are you talking about?
Oh, I think that must have been another guy. What were you going to show us?
Oh my god.
Okay, so he's just been like very buddy with everybody to this point in like all of your interactions so far, and never really mentioned his gifts, his abilities outside of
Sure.
his offer to, you know, continue to do work for you guys. But
Sure.
as he's shuffling around, you say that, and as he's shuffling around behind the counter, he's going to say, you know, I've never felt so inspired with my Gond before, and pulls up a big old shield and slams it on the counter.
Whoa.
Does the shield look like a shield that we've already been given for Terran?
It looks very similar.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a perception check. Everybody who's here, if you'd like.
I'm
9.
gonna try it. 6.
Yes.
Perceiving the hell out of this.
Is it just the two of you?
I mean,
so.
unless someone else chose to come with us.
Yeah.
I don't know where Cal and Gert are, honestly.
Yeah, did Cal come with?
I'm kind of I'm with you guys hanging back a little bit, and maybe if one of you, I won't roll myself, but maybe I will maybe I'll just kind of lean over and say something to I guess either Whirl or Is. Somebody's gonna make a choice, and I guess it doesn't really matter because it's pretty equal. But I will assist with your with you guys and just be like, do you think that might be the same one? Do you think that's maybe the similar shields that was here before?
I'll let you re-roll it. Is
Oh, Lord.
leaving you.
Okay.
good luck.
Oh no.
May the force be with
Hey.
you. Oh,
Hey.
18.
Nice.
18. Thank you, Cal.
You can tell that it looks extremely similar. It's like somewhere in between, you know, between the grooving around the edges. It's not very decorative, but the grooving around the edges and the overall shape. It's got like a seam in the middle that protrudes outward a little bit. It's like somewhere in between the shield that you started with and the shield that Terran currently has.
Bonkers.
Oh God. Okay.
2 shields? That's crazy.
Sam's confused.
Can you tell us a little more about Gond and what about him inspires you?
Oh, God of crafts. You know, being a cleric isn't always about death and life and saving people, all this healing stuff. You know, I just like to make things and make things better and that kind of stuff. And he helps me out quite a bit with that. So, you know, I feel like with some more time, I could take that even further. But, you know, I think you'll find it takes a little boost to from what it had before.
That's fascinating, I say on the outside while I'm dying on the inside.
Hey, how's
because I'm pretty sure that new
how's
one's-
that spear working out for you? Is that are you good with that? You like it?
Oh yes, it's come in handy quite a few times. I do appreciate the extra upgrades. It's very intriguing.
Yeah, well, you know, I did something similar with this shield. You know, obviously with some more time, I could make a lot more happen with all these things. But, you know, it'll give you a little bit more bang for your buck between that spear and the shield, actually. So, in whatever words he can say that I can't think of right now, what you have in front of you is a +2 shield.
Oh.
Ooh. Upgrades, people. Upgrades.
Or I should say shield +2, because a basic shield already adds 2 to your AC, so this would add a total of
Right.
4.
Dang.
Shields
Wow.
would be crazy.
That's nuts.
Cool. It's really good to know that you're a cleric. So I assume you maybe have some knowledge about like components and things.
What I can, yeah. What I need for at least the metal, and sometimes some wood upgrading for spears like that.
Sure.
Do you ever have anyone come in here and look specifically for, like filigree or adding anything that makes it a bit more exquisite rather than purely functional?
Oh, absolutely. We get blowhards and show-offs here all the time.
Okay.
Blowhards and show-offs are my kind of people.
Yeah.
Not the most savory, but at least they pay well.
True that. Truer words never spoken. Boy howdy, do we have a deal for you.
Salesman hat on.
Pyramid scheme, what's that?
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's
To
more.
the MLM, no
Billy
worries.
Mays here.
Oh man. Well, I'm
It's me
asking
with the
that.
sham one.
Yeah. the flex seal. So I ask you that because I found something that we don't really have a use for, but knowing that you might have customers that are looking for things to embellish their armor or their shields or their weapons with, what say you to some gold? Like not gold pieces, but actual tangible gold that you can then smelt down into your pieces.
Well, I'd say that'd be pretty handy. Did you find something?
Yeah. Again, nothing that we really need. We're looking to find a perfect home for it, whether it's on the beautiful wrist of a lady or more practical with the kind of stuff that you guys can do.
Oh, bracelets, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's see them.
Is will very cautiously take them out of her little bag and put them on the table.
All right, he's gonna check them out. He'll pick up one and like quickly flip it around in his hands. And these bracelets, so we didn't really describe them much before. We just said you have these bracelets. Remind me where they're from if we don't forget.
Bracelets.
Yeah.
Also, Scarlet. Nope. The
Sacred
Punching
Stone.
Fist
Sacred
Hall.
Stone.
Yeah.
Punching Fist Hall.
Monastery.
Punching Fist
We're in the
Hall.
same chest as the fancy robes.
Yes.
Yes.
So they're not just like a little half-inch band. They're actually like 2-inch wide.
Damn,
a bangle.
Like bangle.
They're bangles.
Yeah, I don't know that word.
It's like that
Keep
big
reaching.
chunky jewelry that like is very
Wait.
60s.
Hold up. What?
Like imagine Wonder Woman's.
Oh, like a cuff.
Those
You
are
didn't-
like those are
Cool.
bracers.
Didn't know that they
though,
were
aren't
called a bangle, babe.
I don't, what?
What's
No,
a
I'm
Oh, I'm not
surprised
babe.
that-
I'm not in trouble.
Yes.
I'm surprised. Yeah, no, you are in trouble in the Final Fantasy. You know what a bangle is.
Okay.
True. That's
Okay.
very
Oh,
true.
Okay.
That,
Absolutely
that's a
fair.
bangle?
Yeah.
So Joe
Oh,
was
okay.
judging you.
Yeah, I'm judging. I was
Was not
surprised because
questioning what a bangle
Oh,
is.
I am in trouble.
You're always talking about my favorite Final Fantasies are like the older ones. And
Yeah.
they've got like iron bangles, bronze bangles, and all that stuff. And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you never heard.
If
There's
the,
a, like,
if the equipment is
super
not
chunky
named
ones.
like Soul Drinker, I probably don't know.
Oh, I see. If it's not legendary or better, I don't want any part
Exactly.
of
It's
it.
not good
started
enough.
the game with
Well, guess what,
legendary
DM?
equipment.
From now on, if we don't get legendary or better weapons, we don't want any part of it.
All right.
That's
Noted.
how
Real.
trash it goes.
What's up with these
Everything
bagels,
is a
huh,
means
DM?
to the end of the glowing gold and purple gear. All right.
Well, here's the thing: the first weapons you gave us were like immediately the magic missile, and then like 2 magical pew pew things from like space.
Yep.
And now we're gonna be afraid of everything for the rest of the time.
Absolutely.
One of these items is bound to be cursed, and it's gonna be fun when we find out which ones.
Probably,
no.
I'm gonna get it. Let's be real. Pearl's gonna get something cursed immediately because she's gonna be like, "Ooh, shiny!"
Does this one shoot pew pews too?
Everything pew pews if you do it right.
Yeah. So
Very
anywho, these bracelets are like somewhere in between. Like the Wonder Woman like full on bracers thing are like
Yeah.
halfway up the forearm type shit. It's not that.
Sure.
But it's also
like a
not the
cuff.
little like grandma's little bracelet type of thing either. It's
Right.
like a
Yeah.
somewhere in between like 1 to 2 inch wide, like up the wrist sort of
Yeah.
bracelets. And
That's
He'll
a
say-
good amount of gold.
That's a solid, yeah, that's expensive
so
bracelets.
he'll turn
Yeah.
these over and say, "Wow, these are, I could do a lot with these."
See, that's what I thought too.
Bangle.
Well, I'll tell you what, just by weight, I could probably, you could probably typically sell these for about 30 each. 30 gold each.
I know.
But I've got a little extra material to work with in the back. Tell you what, I'll give you 40 for them each.
Okay. Huh. Say, Cal, the store down the road that was also looking at this, were they looking at 45 for them for each? Remember, I'm bad with numbers.
And the swindling begins.
Oh, you are the worst.
Just in case, I'm gonna cough into my eye, just one, and give her bardic inspiration. Just in case. Don't know if it's needed or not, but that's tight, and I'm proud of it.
Inspiring cough. We love it.
Yeah.
Those cockamamie overpriced garments. Come on, you and Old Fang have a thing going on. All right, I'll tell you, 43.
That's fair. I think that's a solid deal. Plus, it's gonna do some good for your customers, so why not?
Yeah, I think I could do some cool stuff with this. Yeah, all right, let's make it happen. 86, right? And he's gonna like go back to shuffling below the counter and start clinking coins together. He's clearly counting out. And then eventually slaps another pouch of gold in front of you guys.
So ideally, we were hoping to get diamonds out of this place.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Or we have to go to another location to get diamonds, because that was the whole point of the selling of stuff.
Gotcha. Let
Those
me
four.
pull up my...
Diamonds.
Did I send you guys the spell components document?
No.
I maybe we'll have to look. I have to look. 'Cause I sent a couple a while ago.
Okay. Oh, I see that message now. The I will put it in rules and mechanics, and I will pin it so it's easy to find.
What that one means.
Material spell components. There we go.
Yeah, so if we look at spell components, we can go to stones, precious stones, or diamonds specifically.
Yeah.
Or are you just looking at
ideally,
precious
I think
stones overall?
I mean, immediately right now we're looking for a revivify diamond because of revivify reasons.
Just in case we have a really bad
Because
case we, like,
I
super
have
fuck
that
up.
spell,
Yeah.
and
You have that spell
Andrea
forever.
wants to make sure that it doesn't go away.
Okay, so you need a diamond that's worth 300. He would have some,
Okay, tight.
so if you wanted to trade that plus the difference in gold, you could do that.
That was my assumption.
barter.
So as he puts the gold on the table, I'll say, great deal. Thank you so much for this. What we're actually kind of hoping for is maybe a diamond worth about 300 gold. We were hoping we could maybe trade you this plus some additional gold, just to have in our back pocket in case, like, we're like doing some aerials and an accident happens because we're a circus.
Okay, off to some dangers I see. All right. Okay.
Like I said, we're a circus, and I give him a big wink and a smile.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'll reiterate what I've mentioned before. If you need some gear set up, I'm your guy. All right. Let me go get one of the. So, tell you what. Since you're doing so much business with me, I'll do a little discount on that. We'll just make it 200 square instead of the 214. All right. and he'll just before you even like have
Additional gold.
Okay. I was like, what?
yeah 214 additional would be what it to
Yeah.
get a 300. Yeah. So he's gonna like scoot off to the back room before you even have time to respond, and come back with a small, well not small, but like a sort of golf ball sized diamond.
Chunky diamond.
Fantastic.
Great. And I will
Golf ball
pass.
sized is a small diamond.
Yeah, I
mean,
started
for
saying
this-
small, but there are bigger ones.
Yeah.
I
You get to
mean,
the like raised end that's just like the size of your fist. And you just
Yeah,
like
I
have to
wish-
shove it into a body.
just like you put them in the mouth and-
Wow.
Oh no!
Went to a
Oh
place.
God.
I definitely heard that from a D&D thing once. I'm gonna revive my
Ever-
homie. Shove. Whoops.
Oh gosh.
Have you ever done the thing where like when you like lose your remote and you like lose your remote like in the couch and you have to just like really go like into the couch to get the remote back out? Has that never happened to you guys?
All right, I'm done because I did not make the grossest joke. Okay.
I was just getting a remote out of the couch, so
I mean, come on, you guys have never heard of a diamond in the rough? Come on.
Hey. Woo! All right, zinger. Cal coming
yeah,
in
it's
hot.
called spelunking where I'm from.
crap.
Oh my god. We need one of those. Hey.
I think we lost Sam.
Oh.
He's gone.
Sam, you awake now?
This is like an everyday conversation.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
it.
yes.
This is wonderful.
Okay, so the exchange happens. This is actually a really good spot for us to take our first brief break, if that's okay with you guys.
Absolutely.
And hopefully Carla goes potty.
I
So
hope
we'll be right back. 3, 2, 1, we're back. And Ash is gone.
I'm right here. I'm sorry.
Oh, there you are.
Just leaning out of the way.
She's being super stealthy. She's practicing her
I was
rogue.
putting a sticker
Yeah.
on a notebook, so sorry.
It's very important.
Awesome. Okay, so we're back after a little bit of a head tilter encounter with Fang, right?
Yep.
So you now have. Well, have you left? I guess I didn't. We kind of cut at the end of the conversation, but you're still there. So
Right. We were just about to basically trade the additional 200 gold with for the diamond.
yes, and that exchange has happened now.
Cool. Hooray.
Did we figure out where that money's coming from, or is that just like a pool?
So we have a pool that has 140 in it, and then we will
Okay.
eventually get the additional 40 from Taryn, which is 180, and then we need to split the 20,
I'll
basically.
just hand over the 20. It's okay.
Take.
Okay, and I will just say I gave you the 20 before y'all left.
Okay. It was like whoever wants to chip in towards the 20 or like just be the 20. That
Is
is
it a
cool.
single 20 or a collective, or like 20
Like
each?
so we need 200, we have 180. So what is
Oh,
left is we
okay.
need 20. So whoever decide if everyone wants to put in towards the 20 or if anyone wants to just do full 20, y'all, I'm fine with whatever.
I was just gonna throw 20 in. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do that.
I was gonna ask Fang. Hey, so you do like cool weapons and stuff. I am one of those kind of people that like staying ranged. If you understand what I mean. I've got this pretty sweet crossbow that has been, fairly successful in, staving off the pests on our travels with our circus. Wink.
Yeah, pests.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
pesky
Uh,
pests. And he's gonna give you the most nonchalant, like, clearly needs a lot of effort. Wink back.
I'm just gonna quietly be like, beautiful. Beautiful.
Not his strong suit.
Just.
Eh?
Yeah, I was curious if you could upgrade this, or if you had a better one than this guy right here, because that would just make my day. Just absolutely. I mean, the whole exchange here, priceless. But on top of that, just need it, love it.
Well, yeah. There's plenty I could do with something like this, and he'll
Okay.
take it out of your hands, and it'll like click as soon as he grabs it. Like, oh, whoops. Yeah, good thing it wasn't loaded. And flip it over, check it out. He'll kind of flick around the moving parts and check the the loading spring and mechanism, and everything seems to check out. He'll say, "Well, I could do a couple things. We could work on the mechanic components here and make it a little bit stronger for everything you shoot, and or I could work on some bolts that have a little extra punch to them.
Oh. Okay.
Those kinds of things are only like one-time use though for the extra effect. If you can recover the bolt, then you still have your bolt, but finicky thing magic sometimes.
Totally understand.
Am I right?
Absolutely. That's a toughie. I see pros and cons to either. Mostly pros. Kind of leaning more towards the actual crossbow itself. So let's just hop down that lane real quick. What could you do with it in the immediate time frame?
How immediate are we talking?
I mean, it's on your timeline, honestly. I was just trying to trying to scoot that along since we're usually not in town for an extended period of time. So anything is cool.
Well, yeah, I can, in a matter of a few hours, I could, tighten up the release here and swap out a couple of the smaller parts and make it hit a little harder for every bullet you shoot. A little bit more time, I could make it even better than that. But if we're talking about incorporating some magical properties to it, that could be along the lines of a week.
Okay, that's fair. How much would you charge a friend like me for something like that?
Nice.
Something like that. You mean you want a little extra? You want some lightning? You want some fire?
Ooh, I get choices. This is great. Well, what can you offer? What are those the yogurt choices?
Nice.
Awesome.
My crossbow yogurt.
Well,
Crossbogurt.
I am
My
limited
Baskin-Robbins
enough
list.
that we'll have to sort of, I guess, in a manner of speaking, pick an element. I can do fire. I can do lightning. I can do ice. They take about the same time each, and all the same price for the materials. Come out to be about 50.
Okay. That's you're kind of an undiscovered gem here. Like, obviously Red Larch gets a lot of people, but we need to put you on the map, sir. You are doing yourself an injustice with the just amazing nature of the things that you are capable of. So
Well, thank you. It is a labor of love.
that's all it really needs to be, right? We're kind of leaning a little bit more towards lightning, because that's pretty sweet. But also, ice is really cool. You know what? I'm gonna think on it. I am gonna leave it here with you. I kind of want you to make it a surprise for me. I feel like that could be really fun. Just run with it. Whenever I commission an artist, I just want you to have fun with it. Run down the path and choose your inspiration from wherever it comes from. And I'll still
An artist, you say? I think you're the first person to ever actually recognize that to my face. All right.
Well, absolutely. Cool. All right. Well, here's 50 gold. Here's my crossbow. Goodbye, buddy. I'll see you later. And we're usually over at the inn whenever we're in town, and if we're not, I don't know how you'll get a hold of us, but I trust you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure I'll figure
it out.
Absolutely.
I'm also going to ask him to work on something. I'll say also the last time I was here, I was looking for just slightly different armor, and we ended up trading this lovely blue piece that I'll shimmy back out of because I now have 2 pieces of leather armor. I was wondering if you could just do a little bit of something to it, because as you can tell, I am a tiny being, and I can't really carry around anything heavier than this with studs in it.
Huh.
So is there anything? Yeah,
Yeah, I think I
Tiny.
could do that.
Say it. how much. I'm gonna go with the blue one. I'm gonna let you work on the blue one because I appreciate the colors. I appreciate your vision. I appreciate you understanding what my whole deal is. Yeah.
Okay. So you have basic leather armor, right?
Yes, I have a basic leather armor, and then I have a pretty basic leather armor, and I'm giving him the pretty one.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah. That's like the only difference is that one of them was colors I got to pick. Literally just looking for studded leather armor because it's like the only thing that my AC can handle.
Honestly, it's pretty incredible how studded leather has been just as rare as a Revivify diamond in this campaign.
Right? Because
Tell
I
you
asked
what.
for it last time and he was like, nope.
I've got the perfect thing in mind for you. It'll only cost
Mhm.
you 15.
Tight, I can do that. And I'll toss over 15. It'll probably be when we come back to pick things up. I will come pick it up. And good news is I have another set of armor that's basically the same that I can wear now. So we're good.
Perfect. Give me a week.
Great.
I'll have them both.
Beautiful.
You're a good dude, Fang. You're a good dude.
Okay, so I'm gonna write down, but please also write it down yourselves, so just in case.
Yes.
We've got today. You have
I haven't.
traded, put in the item and paid for a crossbow for elemental damage. Surprise, right?
Mhm.
And
Absolute.
a basic leather armor, upgrading to studded.
Yes. Because I am tiny. And literally can't use anything but light armor.
I can deny it no longer. I am small.
But I also
Awesome.
keep like getting all up in the fight, which is like dangerous when you're tiny. So it's a whole thing. It's gonna be great. I have feelings. It's gonna be great.
Okay, cool.
So I just wanted to sort of throw out there that while everyone else went to do their thing, I kind of said, "Hey guys, yeah, I'll pack the wagon while you guys are gone." And then, you know when you do that thing where you like start to do something and then you get fully distracted by like your phone?
Every fucking minute of every day.
So I get distracted by the Toma foes.
Yeah.
Executive function failure on the daily.
Yep.
This
Yep.
guy.
And so what like
Fun
I
game.
I started and then all of a sudden I saw my book and I went,
Yoink.
I'll just read like one more page. And then I literally sit there until they come back.
Okay.
I thought we were meeting here.
Yeah, we're meeting at Fangs.
Well, then you guys will literally like yeah,
Even
no,
better, I
like
love it.
seriously what's gonna happen is that like you're not gonna find the wagon and you're gonna go, where the heck is Gert? And you're
Alright.
gonna come get her.
Let's
Right.
play it out.
All right.
Yep.
So, Taryn, you're coming out of the Allface Shrine, and the rest of you except Gert are coming out of Feng's place.
Right.
Hey guys, I got 40 gold for the robes. How'd you get
Perfect.
with Oh, you got it?
Yeah, we did some math. Everything's gonna work out fine, and we have our diamond for acrobatic purposes.
Taryn, they also have an extra shield.
Oh, also, yeah, we'll talk about this on the road. Where's Gert?
I thought she was packing.
I thought it was gonna be I thought she was with you situation.
I mean, she should be with you. Which is kind of
Is-
terrifying.
Yeah, should we?
Sorry, I'm just shifting the map for the
Very
stream.
good. If she's within 120 feet, I can send her a message.
She's close enough, I'd say.
All right, I'm gonna send her a message. Hey friend, what you doing? Are you packed? Should we meet you somewhere? This is Whirl. Just in case you were unaware.
So, yeah, am I too deep in the tome? Like, how does that work?
At this point, so far, you'd be able to, receive and understand the message, and you can pause to respond.
Shit, sorry, I was reading. Be right down.
Yep.
Okay.
She'll be right
Okay,
down.
so
I
for
think-
the time until that point, Gert, you can make this is going to be an Arcana check.
Okay.
Sorry, for you.
Oh, it's an
nat
Arcana
20.
check
It's a
now.
natural 20.
Okay, what is your modifier for? No, actually, you know what? Yeah, I am going to keep it at Arcana.
Okay, good.
Because I always mix up the two. There's this whole thing about like, do you make it Arcana because it's magic, or do you make it religion because you're a cleric, and that's your source of magic? That sort of thing.
They're both +2 anyway. For
Okay.
Me, so.
But yeah, in this case, it is the source that you're trying to glean from is a magical book. So, in this particular case, the Arcana makes sense. So you are able to get a few more. Two
Can we
more
just discuss
paragraphs.
how lucky I have gotten on this book
It's
so
sick.
far that I have not
Sick.
gotten exhausted? Like,
Yeah.
every
Yeah,
time.
Holy shit.
Knock on wood.
No.
Next roll, it's in nat 1. You
Yeah.
get 2 levels.
Right.
But
Okay,
that's
so
great, that's
actually,
really
with
good.
your nat 20, I'm gonna give you a little choice here.
Okay.
The book, at least for now, the whole writing itself out thing is happening a little faster than it has to this point. And you're kind of trying to take it all in, but as fast as it's going and as little time as you have, it was really only a couple minutes. You notice that there are a couple different sections. So I'm going to say that you can like study and translate in this time one section out of these three, just given the titles.
Oh. So we're
I'll
not
gi-
doing it in order anymore?
Well,
or
I'll give it to you in order, because if you
Okay.
want to go in order, you absolutely can. But you would also notice that like whatever you decide to focus on, the rest of it doesn't go away. So you could come
Okay.
back to it later to spend that time. But in case there's anything you might want to focus on earlier rather than later, there is Cosmic Battlefield, the Devilish Point of View, the Demonic Point of View,
Different.
or the Balance.
Oh, no.
I said 3, I meant 4, sorry.
Okay.
I want.
And like I said, none of it goes away, so it's not like you're
Yeah.
making a choice between the 4, it's just a choice of which one to understand now.
Go with your gut.
The balance.
That's fine.
Sorry. I'm sorry if that wasn't what everybody else wanted.
Okay.
I was between cosmic and balance. So,
I mean, balance is like seems the most.
I mean,
Not
here's the
about-
other thing,
It'll
guys.
get like a big
As soon
lump
as we
of
get on the
info.
road, I'm gonna read again.
Fair.
Obviously, yeah.
Like, that's my travel time. And that's why she got distracted. Because she was like,
There you go.
oh man, yes, I get to read my book again. And then she sat down and read, and then all of a
That's
sudden,
fair.
it was a half an hour later, and you guys were done. Oopsie.
It is like that though when you get into a good old read sometimes though.
Okay. That is your section.
Oh boy, that's a big section.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great.
Okay, so here's the Earth.
Round?
And they speak Earth, you might say round.
Oh, the original viral video.
So good. Better see Miss House. I'm tired.
We'll have
Okay,
a
we'll
nap.
take a nap. And then
At that time now. Righto.
that's my favorite part.
It's great.
About that time, eh, chaps?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just they're playing shuffleboard for fucking some reason. Like, I guess British people play
All the
shuffleboard.
nukes are going off.
Fire missiles. But then
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Oh,
Dude,
honey.
no, we cannot. The 15-year age gap is showing, guys. No, okay. Logan, write this down because if you don't
Right
look it
now.
up before our next session, you're kicked off the team. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, so much.
Yeah. Guess who
Okay.
didn't buy a Revivify dive into us?
End of Z World. End of ZE World. Do not, if you see any reference to funnyjunk.com, just understand that that was the pre-YouTube YouTube. Do not go to that website. It will kill literally any electronic device that you connect to it because it is Virus City. It's fucking ground zero.
Yeah.
Okay?
Gotcha.
Don't go there. But it is on
Okay.
YouTube. Okay?
This is like a prime viewing.
It's 14
Or, like,
years
your
old.
cultural
I'm
You
pretty
want to
understanding.
see the origin of viral videos? This is it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that looks.
Yeah.
And like the
14.
Badger Mushroom song. Like the two things.
Extra credit if you haven't seen the Power Thirst video, I would also
Oh,
recommend
yeah.
I think I have seen that one, but not for a long time.
Woo, we're dating ourselves.
I can hear it
That's
now.
okay.
I can hear Power Thirst and I can't stop smiling.
Oh, yeah.
10,000 babies. Like that's all you need. Fucking Power Thirst.
Hey, welcome to Crits and Giggles. Okay.
That wasn't a
Man.
tangent.
Oh, yes. This is my tangent. Here we go.
I think it was a pretty good
the-
tangent, guys.
I agree.
Okay, so we've resolved well, you know what you need to resolve with the equipment and gold thing, right?
Right.
Gert did her thing with getting a little bit more out of the book. And you guys are now meeting up where and doing what?
No.
I think.
Where are we
we're
meeting?
gonna- Are we just
Who are
waiting
you
a thing
people?
still?
I mean, we're kind of waiting for Gert and or the animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all. Well, it was supposed to be my job to pack everything up and like gather everyone.
Sure.
Well, and by everyone I mean all the things.
So the griffins the hippogriffs were still over here.
Okay.
They were good boys and stayed in their spot.
So should we just shoot for that area because that's probably where the griffin, the
Yeah,
fucking
just-
hippogriffs. I'm gonna do it now. The
Sorry.
bird humans are.
Hippogriffins.
Probably where we left the cart too, so.
Yeah.
That is where
Cool.
the
So
cart
we
is
will all
as well.
shoot there.
So just walk that way, man.
Yeah.
And heading over, there's nothing like crazy happening, but you would notice a small crowd of people, especially children, that are just completely enamored by these gigantic birds. They're just chilling there, and the birds themselves are actually like really curious about the people that are walking by. They're like tilting their heads, checking them out, and they're just kind of like take a couple steps this way and like look at these people and then take a couple steps that way. They're like staying in their area with those trees.
This seems like a
Um,
liability.
And
Yeah.
but like there's a bunch of people that are like, holy cow, this is so cool.
Excuse us. We have to get through.
Yeah.
Uh,
These are the birds are part of our act. Next time we're in town, maybe we'll do something about it.
Hey,
I'm
wow,
sure you-
yeah, that'd be really cool. Do they do tricks?
Not
They
yet.
want to.
They can do one trick, and we've done it only a couple times.
What's that?
We can pick up that cart.
Whoa.
That's how that usually impresses a lot of people.
Well,
Like I
all
said,
right then.
next time we're in town, we might put on a show. So maybe you should stick around town. You know,
Timmy,
put
we
some
might
money
stay
in.
an extra couple days.
Go to the bar. Oh crap! What's the name of the bar we always stay at?
Uh,
There's so many
The swinging-
names of
The inn,
places and
the
people
swinging
and
sword
things.
inn.
Yeah,
Swinging sword inn.
sword has a lovely meat pie thing that I can't remember the name of. It's so good, I can't remember the name of it. You should check that place out.
And we
Delicious.
promise all of their booze is good to
Poison
drink.
free.
I think we're talking to a bunch of kids, so this is probably not a good conversation.
Some
to
meat
have.
pies, yeah.
I mean,
Meat
there
pies.
there also might be a new place opening up soon where you get these very delicious round almost pastries.
Oh, hey,
Workout
DM,
pieces.
hint, hint, nudge,
We'll
jab.
get that kid down here. We'll figure it out.
What do you act like we haven't been telling you
Oh,
that
I
we
know.
want this character since
He's-
he was introduced.
I did. Didn't you guys actually like straight up buy a deed to a place?
Yes.
We asked for one, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna fake one, and then we just asked the constable if like he could have a
I,
deed.
I'm pretty
And
sure
he
he gave
said
it to you.
yes.
Yeah.
He totally-
yes.
Like
Is
there's
it
a
number
building
4?
on
I think
reserve.
he gets number 4.
Is
that- am I incorrect?
No.
It's right next to number 4.
Oh.
Number 4 is Mother Yolantha's. The
yes.
place is right here.
Tight. See,
Yeah.
yeah, he's got a spot when he comes down here. Do we need to Reaper send him a message and be like, "Hey, kid, we met once. You
Remember
feel like
me?
moving your entire operation like 80 miles."
He
We
did
got
say
you
that
covered.
he hoped one day to get to a better place like Red Larch.
Or
So
if I
maybe we
really
could make it feel like a Field of Dreams kind of situation and just send him a message saying, "Go
I
to
mean,
Red
you
Larch.
have been chosen.
You have been chosen. Go
If we
to
really
Red
want-
Larch. There is a building waiting
I
for
like
you."
how the clerics are like totally fine, creepily putting dreams in people's heads. But like, if there's like $8 extra in a corner, no.
Well,
No
the
way.
thing is, this is for the mutual benefit of everyone.
Okay, first off,
there's lawful
Oh,
good
is
and
this-
there's chaotic
this is a
good. There's your
joke?
line.
Yeah,
I'm just
Chaos.
saying
pure
we
chaos.
are helping him. We are helping him achieve a dream.
Mhm.
So we're not stealing from him. We're giving him money.
And
Just
we
saying, I
have
think-
done everything legally.
I'm just, who is the only person here who has legally made money? Right here. Only one. Point being, now that we're arguing in front of all of these fabulous townsfolk, maybe we should leave.
I should
How
go.
entertained are they?
Just Commander Shepard out of there.
Yup.
Yeah. If I need to distract them and like shing a ding ding, like I can do that, but I don't think we're gonna have a problem.
No,
And that's
no.
a
Everybody's
preview
just
of
kind
what's
of
to come.
you have attention is really all
Yeah.
that's meant to be.
We
is
usually
just-
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just talked about obtaining money illegally in front of a ton of children.
Mommy, what's illegal? No, I'm not
Sweetie,
gonna.
we'll tell you when we're older.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that to you guys.
That's the real BBEG as a child who misheard the word. Who
Yeah.
overheard the word
And his
illegal.
name is Braylon. He's the BBEG. We knew this.
Oh, man.
Oh, I miss my
I'm
buddy.
not unconvinced at this
Right?
point.
Yeah. They buried him in the ground for a reason.
I mean, yeah, I've been saying since the beginning that Braylon is probably the big bad.
There's like 8 people that could be the big bad, and I'm all of them.
Like, yeah, no, I am thoroughly convinced still that, like, Sam is thoroughly convinced that
Yes.
Braylon is the big bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things. Like, I feel like Andrea has like 2 weeks in between each session to like think about things and like analyze everything, and Worrell's like, "Hey, it's pretty outside." So it's hard. All right, let's get on the road. We got shit to do. Also, which of you wants this diamond? 'Cause I feel like one of you should have it on your person for like faster
I mean,
access.
do you have Revivify?
I can have it, but I don't have it right now.
You
Oh, I
You-
just
Where's the
automatically
life
have
you
it.
cleric?
have it always,
automatically
yeah,
have
because you're a life
Yeah.
cleric, so it's just
So-
given to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I will hand you this diamond. Make sure that you put it in your list of stuff you have, because it is important.
Like
Okay.
60 some gold, but more.
Yeah, it's this is an important thing that could bring one of
Again,
us back to
I-
life if we dead.
I think the reason I didn't have that gold in my stuff was because I thought that, like, I didn't get any gold from you guys because, like, we were pretending like I didn't know how
Right,
much
but
gold y'all had.
That could
true.
be.
But then we went
That
back
was
and
the
had
whole
a
thing.
conversation about when, like, when we were at Sacred. No, we were at Scarlet Moon. We had the like, what times would you like to have known about / were okay with having gold, and that's when we.
Well,
That's
and it was, but for me, it was only at Scarlet Moon when we were looking through all the, when we were looking through
Tents
the
and
tents.
stuff.
Yeah.
There was another one that I thought you were cool with, and I don't remember which. I'll find it. Hold, please.
I think we both, because, oh no, because we didn't make any money at Sacred Stone, did we?
Sacred Stone we did. We didn't at Riverguard because we just went in and left. We split we split Feathergale anyway because we just did.
Yeah, because that was the first time where I was like, you can just have my stuff.
Scarlet Moon you were fine with because we talked about it, and then the next one I have written down B, which doesn't seem like the name of any of the keeps, but it was Black Earth. That's what it was.
There we go.
Which was the monastery, and for whatever reason we split that 3 ways instead of 4.
Yeah, because I
Didn't want any.
didn't want any.
Yeah, so that's where you got your 87, and the rest of us, the other 3 of us had our 140, except that Terran's 140 went into a pot because of his shield.
Okay.
And Cal chose to not have any of those unless it's like an actual winning or a reward. As long as I'm still correct on that, Cal.
Sorry, I was making a note of something. Say that one more time.
That you chose to, if we're pillaging stuff, you would prefer not to have any part of it in it unless it's like a reward or like something that's intelligently, clearly earned.
Yeah, Cal's still gonna stick with that for the most part.
Okay.
For the most part.
All right, if you want me to like accidentally throw you things your way, like you just elbow me, buddy. All right, Tate.
We in-game economy. Let's go.
Okay. I got this.
Yeah.
Question. So, when I type in diamond, the only thing that I'm finding is something that's worth 5,000 gold pieces.
You can customize the value of it. Let me look really quick because I have to do this for myself too.
Because I did it with a moonstone when I stole that moonstone. But I figured out a way to do it, so I know it's doable. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do I just have to do custom items?
No, you can add the diamond to your inventory, and then when you click on it, it'll pop up in the right sidebar. You can click customize, and then you can do cost override. In which case you can do 300 gold pieces, and then it recognizes. You just like click somewhere, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a 300 gold piece worth diamond thing or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know what
D&D
the elemental
audio.
diamond is, but I want it.
Yeah, I have no idea, but I like it.
Not only because I, as a human, loves the color yellow, but also because it's elemental, and that seems to, you know, kind of
It works. It works out.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah. Believe me, that confused me till like I was blue in the face just trying to figure out how the heck to make
Kind
that
of
work.
like Terran.
I was like, oh.
He's gonna be purple in the face soon, apparently, allegedly.
Yeah,
Shoot.
allegedly, not. It's definitely gonna happen.
Should we be concerned for your
I'm just
well-being?
waiting.
Right?
Breathe, damn it.
Since when has somebody changing colors ever been a problem? Lima Bean book that I can't remember the title of.
A lima bean book?
Yeah, where it's like
What?
the girl eats lima beans and then she turns into like a chameleon.
That's cool.
And there's also like Violet Beauregard who turns violet.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
You're right.
Okay. Anywho. Wow. What's happening now?
We're getting on the road towards Riverguard. Who is getting on what animals?
I assume because Gert is wanting to read that her boy is not occupied at this moment.
So,
I
Whirl,
think it
if
would
you
be
want
a
to get to
perfect
know
opportunity.
if you want to get to know the hippogriffs better, I think I could
Nah.
show you a way to like help you figure out how to ride them.
Yeah, I guess I should. Okay, yeah, we'll do this. Let's go. I'm ready.
Okay. Are you okay with her riding Claudius?
I mean, absolutely.
Okay.
There's part of me that wants him to play pranks on her, but I won't do it.
Here's the thing. I will cast Universal Speech either way.
Nice.
So I will be able to talk to him, and once again, kind of less scared than last time, but like he is going to understand me for an hour.
Okay. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Boop. Technically, it could be 4 creatures, but I'll just pop those 2 and be like, hey.
All right, so if we are
I guess I should
off-
probably also talk to the horses and be like, hey, you guys are tight.
Yeah, we
You
love
did a real
you,
good
yeah.
job, buddy. You're not as scary to me for some reason. Yeah.
I'm
Thanks for
forgetting
being
what
there.
these blue circles were for. Are we good with me getting rid of those?
Yes,
Those
that was
were
us
for
Describing stuff to the elves.
To,
Okay.
yeah.
to just
yeah,
the room.
we use the map as a map.
Bonkers.
I'm the
Crazy,
map.
right?
I'm the map. I'm the map. Anywho.
There's a
I'm
place
the
we gotta
map.
get. I can get you there. I bet.
Okay, so to get to Riverguard, that is only about 2 hours travel. Wait, it's even less than that. No, you have a
That's
horse.
nuts.
It's a
Yeah.
horse.
Yeah, we're going horse speed.
Horse speed.
Oh, speed.
It's a half day. Do I have that right? Hang
I
on.
mean, that sounds
Yeah, you
right.
said
for
it. Sounds
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's about what you told us last time.
I have the map song stuck in my head. Thanks, team.
Yep,
know,
it's a
the
half
map
day.
too. There's a place you gotta go. I know where I know.
Yep.
The map.
Oh man, now
I have a friend that in real actual life says, "Aw, man," like just like Swiper. And a friend of mine found a soundboard, like a toy that like has all the things, and so every time we would just push the button a lot, and it would go, "Aw, man." I think it's the funniest thing.
I love it.
Yep.
Probably kind of rude, but
It's the sound version of a spray bottle.
Oh my god.
Now we have to have.
I think along the
I
way,
know.
Taryn is also reading
Happy
his,
map face.
his religion. What?
while you're flying, can you do that?
DM, can I read while I'm flying?
No, you you do have to be actively handling.
Okay. Gotcha.
But perhaps after a significant amount of time, and therefore gaining proficiency.
I'm proficient in reading.
No, I meant flying the bird. So that you can multitask.
Are you talking
I
about
think it would
exact
it
same
would be
thing?
so much.
Right.
That would be.
Yep.
Reading
Okay,
is,
so
I think reading is more taxing, honestly.
Yeah.
Right.
there are at least 3 people handling the directing of animals, right? 1 for each bird and 1 for the horses.
Yes.
Who are the other 2? I think we said Gert for sure. Yep. And then did someone else want, or Whirl is for sure handling one of the hippogriffs.
Correct.
Did anybody else want to be not handling an animal so they could be working on something or
Gosh.
anything along those
Um,
lines?
I mean, Whirl, if you wanted to, like, work on stuff.
Nah, I forgot to buy it in town and I don't have it. So next time I will do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna work on not being afraid of animals. That's the thing I'm working on.
Cool.
Yeah.
I dig it. I'm cool to be wherever I'm needed, so if that means animal handling with a skill that I'm pretty sure I lack. Yep, I sure do. But I can.
I can before we start going, I can do the talking to them thing and be like, hey, this is Iz. She hasn't driven you guys before, but you're gonna be nice to her.
We're gonna be best friends.
Yeah. And I'll just kind of like set them up for success before I get on the hippogriff filled with terror.
Okay.
Less terror than last time, but still like an amount of fear.
Mhm.
Yes.
Palpable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who is the person, the other person not handling an animal?
Cal would not probably not be. Well, yeah. I guess he's not.
Yeah.
If
Cal's
he's
just hanging
along-
out.
Okay.
If he's in a
Chilling.
cart or something like that, he's along. Probably more on the perceptive side as like a lookout for dangers.
Okay. In that case, let's have Cal, Whirl, and Taryn all make perception checks.
Ooh.
Because, oh wait, Taryn, were you handling the other hippogriff?
Yeah, I'm on a hippogriff.
And you are driving the horses.
Correct.
Okay, you can also make a perception check. Gert, you're going to make a wisdom save.
Oh no.
What?
Rip.
Ooh.
Oh, well. What?
Oh, natural
What?
20 plus 5
happening?
Two in a
for
row.
25.
Y'all, I have already got lottery tickets for today.
You
was about
guys
to
have
say.
a full casino near Chicago,
Just
right?
saying. That's
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Don't take me.
No, you take her.
I'm not going anywhere near it. I rolled a 4. I rolled a 2, so I've got a 4 in my
Yeah.
perception. I'm not doing my only job very well.
Fine.
Okay.
Still save? That's scary.
Yeah.
My
I'm
eyes
terrified.
don't work.
Oh, because of the book?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
It's evil.
So,
Turns into Demevel.
Whirl and
Mm-hmm.
you guys have a pretty clear, direction, sense of where you're going. The only danger that you've experienced on any leg of this same journey before was on your way to Scarlet Moon Hall. So you're kind of like, when you're passing the halfway point, you're like, okay, we're gonna do the Hellhound thing again, or are we being hunted? Like, is that possible? And nothing's in your purview at all. It's a
Cool.
it's a smooth trip the entire way, for at least you guys, and nothing really of note. The occasional, you're on side roads because you break off of that fork between the Larch Path and the Cairn Road pretty quickly when you're on this sort of semi-beaten path that you've taken before, at least the other direction. Again, nothing really of note to handle on the way there. Gert, as you get deeper into this book, you're a little excited about what you've gotten so far, the things that you're learning. There is a ton of information to digest, and you know for sure that you're just getting started. And you did feel a sort of mental lethargy. Is that a word?
Yeah,
yeah.
lethargy.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you
Like
when
being
you
lethargic.
Yeah, there we go. So you felt that a bit as you sort of started in the first place, where you were even just like watching this self-writing thing happen. But now you're like so enamored with it that you're almost trying to figure out if there's a way you can will it into happening faster. Or maybe even influence the information it gives you. Okay? And you do glean, after really steeling yourself and realizing that the magical connection you have with this book is not just like there's a spell here and it's trying to mess with your head. There's like an actual mentally draining effect to learning, understanding, and digesting what's in front of you. So you are able to get, I'm going to send you all 3 of the other sections we mentioned before.
Wow.
That's pretty dope.
I'm going to have to send that
Wow.
over a few messages because it's going to be too
Yeah.
much for Discord to handle in one.
Yeah. I'm gonna-
overload.
Do you want me to remind you?
We'll have to do Palm on Wednesday, babe. We have this group that does like the 25 minutes of work, 5 minutes of not.
Yeah.
25
Oh, yeah.
minutes of work.
Mhm.
Yeah. And that happens on Wednesday nights.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's cool.
Okay, so I think this is a perfect opportunity to take our next break, and I'll just run to the bathroom quick and then start sending those to the Discord, and we'll be right back. All right, so we're back. We figured out a few points of order in town, including, but not limited to, a couple of exchanges with Feng, the owner proprietor of Ironhead Arms, who now has a couple of projects commissioned by you guys that you understand will take about a week, and then a big lore dump across multiple sessions between all of the elves and Constable Harburg and your two dwarf friends, the brain fart twins. What are their names?
Gimlin and Broldenthar.
There we
Yes.
go. Those
The brain
guys.
fart twins.
Yeah,
Guys, names
It's a really-
are honestly so weird to remember.
guys, we're level 8 and we have all of these people and places and things already. It's
Yeah.
It's not even
Nouns.
halfway
Pretty
there
great.
yet.
big campaigns, man. I tell you. Anywho, so we have ventured off to Riverguard Keep, and as you've got the castle on the horizon. It's getting to the point of day where you would understand that sunset / end of day / risk of getting potentially dangerously tired is maybe 2 hours or so away.
Okay.
But at that point, you've got a familiar castle-like structure out on your horizon, and you would remember, to be fair, that the last time you arrived here and just showed up at the front door, you were shot at. It was a warning shot, but that's what happened last. So, as you see Riverguard Keep in the distance, is there any sort of specific approach or mindset that you guys have coming in?
You say it's approaching like nighttime where we should maybe be careful with how much awake we are?
More so how much you push yourselves.
Okay.
You still got maybe, I'm saying about 2 hours of time before you actually risk exhaustion.
Right.
So we probably shouldn't go spelunking.
I would agree.
If we only have 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I think we should set up camp for the night and discuss a game plan.
Sounds like a good call.
Agreed.
Oh, I gotta change up. Okay, so you're setting up camp. We'll say about a mile outside of the castle area. All right. There is really nothing around you. You've got the rolling hills to the north and plains basically to your south. You can see the castle to your east, and the river that touches the side of it, flowing from north to south, and then it sort of escapes you into the rolling hills the other direction. So you have really good view to the sort of open expanse around you. Is there anything in particular you guys want to be doing as far as nighttime activities or setting up watches or talking about anything with each other?
So, what's the deal with that shield?
Oh, so we talked to Fang and he handed us the shield and he was like super stoked about all the work he put into it. And didn't seem to like know anything about the delivery that we received of your shield.
So this is the
So-
one you probably would have gotten from him instead of what you got from the bald dude from
from Scarlet Moon.
Scarlet Moon. Yes, thank you.
So,
But he said
so
he made it seem as though had he had more time to work on it, he could have done even cooler things, as though your sword or your shield is from the future, is what I think.
I mean,
Ooh.
I'm gonna look at it, and DM, you said that it's kind of like at the halfway point between what I have and what it used to be.
So you can make a fresh perception check because that was for the people who are in the room at the moment.
Right.
Yep. Okay. Boop.
And the DC is going to be different for you because, well, it doesn't matter because
What is
anyway, because
happening?
It
nat
doesn't matter.
20 is
It's a
all
natural
over the place.
20.
It's a natural 20.
1, 2, 3. Is that 4 today?
Just 3.
4,
It's
5.
just Gert and
If
Oh
Taryn,
no, that's
right?
from a previous session. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But holy cats.
We're nuts.
So Taryn, you have like 0 experience in material crafting of any kind. However, you have seen the physical transformations sometimes that objects can go through when they have magical influence. Like if they're being imbued with magical energy or like magical power is being infused into them. You've seen objects morph before your eyes over the time that like that process is happening. And even though you've never like been involved with a shield being crafted, for example, you are extremely confident that the shield that these guys picked up is in some odd way the very same shield that you now have, but in like a different stage of transformation given the right amount of time, materials, and effort.
Cool.
Freaking out. I'm freaking out.
So I think you're right, Whirl. Because if I recall correctly, I believe that our visitor had said that Gon wanted to expedite or speed up the process, if I'm remembering correctly.
Probably are.
I hear you.
Taryn, as you're talking about it, and you're like up next to Whirl nearby, you actually feel a sort of pulsing of energy.
Where's the pulsing of energy at?
From your shield.
Like the new one or the old?
Can I like?
Which one?
Hate
I'm
it.
gonna,
There's 2
His,
shields.
love it.
gonna
the one
take-
he already has.
I'm gonna
Okay.
like hold the shields and like
Make them kiss.
just make the shields kiss, see what happens.
You're gonna try to put them together?
I'm just gonna like pull out, like hold the animated shield, and then look at this new one and say,
Fuckers. Fucking
or not
fuckers.
say, but I'm just gonna like, just like press them together and see what happens.
Okay. As you get them closer, you actually feel a sort of pulsating energy from both of them. The frequency
Kiss.
is exactly a match. And you get them within a couple feet. You actually feel some physical resistance between them. It's as if you're putting 2 of the same pole magnets toward each other.
Same pull.
And then you try to press them closer, and it gets harder. And the pulse increases in frequency. And actually you start to get a sound from it. Wong, 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 wong. But there is a point that you can't push them any closer together. The resistance is too far. It's as if there's an actual wall between them.
So, they're not gonna touch,
Can't make
and
them
it's
kiss.
like there's a barrier. This is another shot in the dark. But could this have anything to do with the barrier that has Renwick staying where he is? That I'm just putting that idea out there.
Maybe?
Hold on. Hey,
Does it feel like they're both pushing on each other equally and not like? Does that make sense?
it's like they're
As opposed to like one
matching.
pushing on the other one more.
They're matching, so it's like
Okay.
they're this. It's very weird to describe. It's not normal. obviously, none of this is normal.
Right.
Um,
Stupid
can
question.
we,
If oh, let you go.
ask your question first, because I wanted to do an experiment.
Sure. I was gonna say if I identify both of them, could I find out like differences between them?
I mean,
You-
go for it.
Oh, are you asking me or Taryn? Sorry.
I mean, both of you, I guess. Taryn for permission and you for actual like mechanics.
you
Taryn, when I say
can
go for it.
you can absolutely inspect it for differences. Are you looking for like visual differences, or are you trying to glean anything about their
Like property.
properties?
More property, like magical differences. If they're pulsing the same, but we are under the impression that one of them was worked on for longer, and
Okay.
we know like the AC of the other one. I get like what's the difference basically? It's like a matching game.
Okay. So you are magically inclined enough that you
Mhm.
can understand before checking that the differences between them are mainly magical. So you can make an Arcana check.
18.
Ooh.
Um. Well, I just rattled off 3 sentences in my head that are just like, well, that's obvious. I'm just gonna think out loud.
Mhm.
So laugh at it if you must, but obviously you've seen one of these shields act as if like a sentient being given a command word from Terran. Um, the other, you can tell, has more protection than a standard shield because of its magical energy, but does not have that same sort of sentient action to it.
Mm. Follow-up question: Does Terran's magic shield as opposed to new shield? New shield we just got. Magic shield was the one that was delivered to us. Do they have the same AC?
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
With that 18, I'll
Okay.
give you that. Yeah.
Okay. So we're still under the impression that like the one that we have is just like the not worked on as much version as the one that we received.
Correct.
Is there I want to like I know that answers most of my questions, but I still want to ask more questions, but I don't know what those questions are. But it's like it's pretty clear like this is like the delivered sword or the shield is like the future shield. Or the given more time to work on it shield.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I say that. Yeah, it seems like they're basically the same, except that this one is more magical. Like he worked on it more. Like he said he wanted to, and Gond said that he did.
So, like, should we not have taken the shield when he gave it to us because he's meant to still work on it?
I told you it's a Bill and Ted situation.
Probably what. Oh, God.
No, gone.
Can everyone? Thank you. Oh, gone. Okay, I want everyone to stand back because I want to try something and I'm not sure how it's gonna work.
Are you gonna be reckless? Because if you are, just let me know. I got popcorn ready for this. I'm ready to go.
I mean, it might, maybe.
Okay.
Get it ready, but don't start eating it yet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say flash and get my animated shield to pop out in front of me.
As you say flash, everything happens at once.
Oh no.
Woo!
What's everything?
I kid you not, that was the trigger, Taryn.
Oh my god.
no.
So when you say flash, your shield takes this typical expected like shoot, like right in front of you, and almost as if it had its own face, would kind of like look around. It would look at all the people in front of you / it, and then turn completely and look directly at you. And at that very moment, lightning crackles around the edges of it. And out of nowhere, the other shield slams into the back of it, perfectly fitting the inside with a metallic ping. A small thunderwave shockwave emanates from the entire thing, and it glows the color of your choice. What is that color?
Oh, it's got to be a dark violet.
You now have a +4 animated shield.
So wait, so
Ooh.
did it?
What?
Did they just? It just like super like it just like added to the shield just merged together.
It just fused.
It's-
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It just fucking Power Rangers itself.
Yeah, it like transformed itself.
I have the Megazord of shields, guys.
The Megazord of shields.
I love that.
This.
Uh,
So here was my next question: was like, did they seem like two different shields from like different timelines, or does it just seem like?
I don't know
Well,
if
that's
like a timeline specific question is something you could reasonably glean in character yet.
That's that's my problem. Again, Andrea is smarter than Whirl.
because we don't know if we're dealing with like a multiverse situation or
so-
like a.
I think we're
Like-
totally dealing with the multiverse because all
Absolutely.
four of the fucking elves are from different years. Like if you look to their current year, they're all four of them are from different years.
Hmm.
I think it's
one of
fully a
those
multiverse
events-
situation.
But each of those events like could have proceeds another one that is more catastrophic in its outcome.
I mean,
Which
yes,
is why I think it could be a single timeline.
but then why don't the rest of them know about the other events?
And why do they all know me?
I mean,
Because like realistically, then the one that is from the furthest of the future should know that these three things happened before he came, and then this thing happened. But none of them know that. They all just know the one thing that happened to them.
To be fair,
they-
this is not leading in any way, but just to open the gray area that does exist, nobody said that the other events did not happen in their timeline. They
Right,
only
they just-
described what was happening when they were sent back each individually.
so that's a question we gotta ask.
Well, next time, because we're already like about to fuck up a keep.
We're already doing cool stuff, and now we have to go back and do more cool stuff. It's crazy.
Oh, what a pain. So much cool stuff.
There's like a lot of lightning that keeps happening around us, right? Like your shield just lightninged, and like Cal, your thunderpoke lightnings. And when you
Good
grabbed
Cal.
the trident, it lightninged.
What
Cal,
trident?
Have you ever heard?
When you
The
when
one that the
when he
you
was
left
fight when we
behind
were
with
fighting
him.
Gar, both Terran and Gar grabbed the trident at the same time, and frankly, Terran would have pulled it away from him, except it was struck by lightning. And then
Oh, yeah,
Gar
And then
had
it
a
was
certain
useless
reaction
fire.
that I paid attention to. What else? When you grabbed, did anything else happen when you grabbed the trident?
It just wasn't magical anymore. So I don't. Because that's odd. Because pretty much every time lightning has struck something in the recent time, magic has been involved. So
Right, but like, why?
why?
It's just a lot.
Is a good
It's like
question.
a lot of lightning. $5
Whirl,
says
I'm
it
going to
is
have
as-
you make an insight check or arcana check, your choice, right now. And I'm just going to bank that into memory for that question for when it
I can help
becomes
you with
pertinent.
insight.
Fair. Also, I'm just gonna random guess right now that when, because apparently I'm good at that, when Iz gets her weapon, it's gonna be lightning. Since apparently
It's
this guy's
all
deal.
lightning. He's just all lightning.
Cool. Insight 4.
Huh, that's a question.
Yeah,
What a question it is.
it is a question. Andrea thinks she has the answer, but Whirl does not.
Hey Cal. Just for the future, have you ever heard the tale of the Avengers? And what happens when thing that causes a massive shockwave hits a very close to indestructible object?
Have I ever heard of that?
Have you ever heard of that?
The Avengers exist in this world?
I'm not against it. I'm not going to make you roll. Cal, if you want to say you've heard of that story, go for it.
You know, you're not gonna make me, but I'm gonna do it for myself if that's okay.
Sure.
Nope.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Amazing. Amazing.
Oh my gosh.
So it's this story about this group of adventurers.
Mhm.
One of them has a very strong shield. I gesture with my shield. The other one has a gigantic maul that is able to cause thunder-based shockwaves when it hits the ground. Before this group was really a group together, these two heroes fought. And when the one with the shield blocked the one with the shockwave, it emitted a massive burst that knocked down everything around them. And what I'm suggesting, maybe as a test run sometime in the future, we try that and see how it works.
So you're saying you want me to purposefully attack your shield?
Yes. Maybe not
Guys,
right now because
I think we should
don't.
back up.
Yeah. I mean, we can try it right now. I'm fine with trying it now.
He just runs away.
Nope. I'm out.
I'm out, dude.
I am hesitant about attacking any of my
gonna say Brett.
adventuring partners here. So
So close.
So close. You're not going to be attacking me. You're going to be attacking the shield.
yes,
helps.
but if I do hit too hard, I might hit you, and well, I can hit pretty hard. So
If you would like, I can bolster myself and prepare for an impact.
well, let's maybe put a pin in that until maybe a last resort of some sort. And we'll do your whole, what did you call it?
Avengers.
Avengery. Okay. Yes. We
The
we can
treasury.
try that sometime, maybe as a last resort.
You can come back. We're not doing it.
You know,
Are
if you ever
Do you
want to,
promise?
like, no, yeah, we're not going to do it now. But I'll tell you what, in the heat
Dick.
of battle, maybe just think of some way of signaling me that you'd like me to do this this move of sorts, and I will go ahead and aim for your shield. So if you can think of something like that, maybe Gert, or maybe something else that maybe Taryn already
Thundercats,
has
ho!
in mind.
Thundercats, you go!
I have the power.
Maybe a phrase or something from a similar IP that would make much more sense. I don't know.
Words aren't
Avengers,
copyrighted. We can say what we want, damn it.
Assemble. There we go.
I'll let you workshop it, but you let me know, and I'll be there when you're ready for it.
Amazing.
Oh, I got it. Thundercats, assemble!
Thundercats assemble.
Perfect.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there's so many stories about these Avengers. They had a civil war. They were at the end of
Wow.
a game at one point. Yeah, it was bonkers.
Crazy.
Pretty cool.
Oh, good
They
shit,
they
guys.
fought a war that lasted for an infinity. It was crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
longest movie ever. Worth it. Okay, so
All right.
all that happens. I don't want to elongate the overnight more than it needs to be. Nothing happens. So everybody achieves their long rest. And now Riverguard Keep is about a mile away. What would you like to do?
Do we want to make a plan?
So in total, we have 5 people, right? I can count.
Yeah.
So, Whirl, if you did your dimension door with one of us and got us inside, the rest of us could fly in on hippogriffs and attack from above if we're assuming that they will definitely attack us.
I mean, my hope was that we could go in and like convince them not to attack us, or at least come in and like scope the place to prove that like there's no one there and that we're cool. Because like Jolly said, I don't know, the place would probably crumble without me there. So if we believe him, ? There might not be anyone in there.
I mean,
That
that
would be
other
Nice.
that would be nice, but I think that other guy is gonna try harder.
A try hard, you say.
Exactly. Try hard, perhaps.
Then my thought was to poof in there, because I feel like I would make a poof noise. To aim for the like situation room that we were in when we fought last time, and still try and like ideally talk them down and be like, you're gonna let our people in, or we could just fight our way out. But I feel like if you guys flew over, that might not work out because they have arrows, and arrows are like good at shooting things.
Omnidirectional.
Yeah. But that also might not be a good plan. So we could also walk up to the front and hope for the best, or we could walk up to the front, hope for the best, and then if best doesn't happen, then I poop in.
I think we should walk up, those of us who would be on hippogriffs on them, you next to who you would want to dimension door in, and then we have a peaceful approach at first, but then we have a game plan ready.
Cool. So who's the best person to take in with me if we do that?
I mean, probably Cal.
I feel like that's
I think Cal would
accurate.
tear it up if he was inside. So, how do you feel about getting warped again?
That's fine. I can protect you for as long as we need, if we need to escape in the same fashion.
I think we'll be fine. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried more about like how to communicate back with the rest of the team, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah. So do we want to try that? We'll just like walk up like we did last time, and if we start getting pushed back, then the two of us will pop in. Roughly, DM, how far out were we from the physical tower when they started shooting at us?
Are you asking this before you start moving?
Yes, like I'm trying to remember from last time how close we have to get versus like how, because I know that Dimension Door is 500 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So
if I remember correctly, it was about 300 feet.
Perfect.
You were given a warning shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we like did hand signals and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I think that will work for us. All right, let's try that.
Okay.
I believe that this is going to work. I know that like sometimes our plans don't go the right way, and sometimes I talk too much, and I'm going to try really hard not to do that this time. But as a group, I think we are really getting together, and we're like so much better at this than like the first fucking fight we had, and go team. And that's my motivational speech. And everybody gets 5 additional hit points for the next, I think, hour.
Awesome.
Amazing.
And yes, I am going to do a dumb fucking speech every time.
Nice.
Because I think it's funny.
As bards do.
As they do.
All right,
you
we
said
get it for an
5?
hour. Good luck, team.
I'm working on figuring out how to do this.
Those are temporary hit points.
Still good. I'll take
Oh
it.
yeah. One of these days, we'll go nuts and I'll cast it at like 5th level, and then we'll be like,
Woo.
Nice. Okay. You guys can hear the new music, right?
yes, because I thought it was a I thought it was a an ice cream truck, because we have one of those that's been going around the neighborhood, and I'm like, no.
Come back. I
Okay.
want my SpongeBob popsicle.
So as you guys approach, the point at which Whirl, you'd estimate you could dimension door in if you chose, you actually see ahead of you the shaft of an arrow sticking out of the ground. About 200 feet in front of you.
Okay. So this is my threshold, guys. Do we want to keep going?
I mean, how does it look? Like, how does the actual keep look? Like, does it look like there are people outside of it, on top of the tower?
Make a perception check.
I can help you with that if you'd like.
I would love help, please.
Yeesh.
1 and a 2.
Ooh, beautiful, and
Ooh,
also still
double
beautiful.
good.
All right.
Okay, it's a little far away, but you can't see anybody. You do remember patrols being at least on the middle wall between the two towers that are facing you.
Hmm.
And you can reasonably glean that if you were to see anybody, like within the walls, those would be the only people you could see. And right now you don't see anybody.
It doesn't look like there's anyone on top of the walls, so I suppose we could keep going.
All right, let's keep going. At what point do we poof in? Like, what's the
The
Catalyst.
threshold?
yeah? Because like ideally we could just walk up to the front door and there's no one there, and we can just like go around the place. But or they'll just let us in because they're afraid of us. But if that doesn't happen, like what's the go action that makes the two of us pop in and you guys fly out? Or whatever?
We're gonna treat this as basically formally a held action.
Okay.
So you guys are defining the trigger at this point.
I would say aggressive behavior from beyond the wall.
I'm gonna agree with that.
Is that just talking, or is that also physical arrows?
Well, I would
Slash
say
pointed
like,
arrows.
like threats.
Okay.
I would almost say like physical aggression.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll let them make the first move because we are trying to be as non-confrontational physically as possible.
Right.
And if they decide to start something, then we know we can quickly end it.
So Cal, you actually are the one who recognized the warning shot your first time through here. Would you consider such a warning shot to be included in that trigger definition or not?
I'm actually going to say no to that.
Okay.
And I say no because warning shot is almost like it's like the medieval version of those like door counters when you walk into like a store, like a shoe store or something like that.
Mhm.
It lets you know that you're entering the threshold of something. And so like that, I think Cal would take that as a recognition of they're purposely not shooting it at us. They're shooting
Right.
it around us. And so it's like if we were to walk up and we hear like and there's the arrow, it's like, okay, there's still people there and they are still like on their guard, but that doesn't mean they're going to be aggressive to us. It would take for Cal, it would take an actual like act of forceful aggression of like, all right, we're gonna attack you now, and like straight up, we're gonna, yeah, we're attacking you to actually, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
A long
and
explanation to say no. Sorry.
That's okay. So given your background, and if I forget this in the future, I'm not going to be mad if you bring this up as a, hey, what about that one time? Piggybacking off of your recognition from last time of the warning shot and what that means and what its implications are, you can use that knowledge to your advantage in situations in the future. So I'm going to say you can recognize what is considered to be a warning, like you've entered the danger zone, but nobody's attacking yet. You can recognize that versus roll initiative. Does that make sense? Okay.
Absolutely.
So, okay, I've got that. You're at the point that you can see the shaft of the arrow in the ground, and given your collective passive perceptions, it would be reasonable to say between the group of you that you'd actually recognize this as the very same arrow that was shot at you the first time you came here.
Oh.
It was not retrieved.
Cool. Keep going.
Yeah.
Well, I would assume that they wouldn't shoot their best arrows as a warning shot. They're keeping the sharp ones for when they mean business.
Okay.
That
I don't
one's
know.
a
You can really
dud.
teach that. You can really teach them a lesson if they see a really sharp arrow in the ground. It'd be really scary.
Okay, inching closer and closer, nothing happens. There's nobody on the watch wall between the towers. No warning shot, no verbal exchange, nothing.
Keep going. Get up to the gate.
Yeah. Why not at this point?
Okay. Getting closer, you guys would recognize that the front gate, is actually still open.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh boy. Ha! You still have dead guy there.
Oh,
Takes me back.
he's not there anymore.
Takes me back.
Remember that one time?
You remember when he was dead?
Yeah, maybe. We going in?
Yep.
Okay. Guards up, eyes out. Clear minds, cool hearts can't lose, or whatever the fucking
There we
phrase is. I've
go.
never seen the show.
Whatever the fuck they say.
I don't watch it.
Have another
I'm
beer.
tired. I want to go home.
No, I've got time on my hands and I don't give a shit about fucking Friday Night Lights. See? That's how much I don't care.
There it
about
is. I'm in. I'm with it.
I mean, you care about it enough that you know what it, like, I had never even heard that phrase, so.
Yeah, but I'm a pop culture maven. I don't need to actually have seen anything. I know a lot about Lord of the Rings without actually having ever watched a Lord of the Rings movie or read a book. I'm sorry, internet. Plug 'em out.
Rage. All of the negative
Um,
comments on YouTube.
So many
Yeah, you know what I
negative
care?
comments.
Don't care. This is how much you care. Not at all.
Do you even know the Frodo's
Here's the thing.
real
As
name?
soon as someone wants to sit me down and make me watch 12 fucking hours of
Do you
movies,
even
I'll
know
do it.
who Mordor is, bro?
No, I don't, because it's a place. I'm not the worst.
Hey, all right.
the worst.
Test pass.
Hey.
Like I
Nice.
said, cultural maven. Cultural maven.
This is very good.
Nice. I applaud that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love
Cultural maven.
Okay. So passing through this point, guys, before you move farther,
Okay,
you don't have to
okay.
move back. It's okay. It's okay. Just
I'm
gonna give you
scared.
general
that.
observations.
Zoom in.
So I don't know if you recall, but there's actually the 3 small, like 1 foot square holes. One for each square. World is on one, is on another, and Terran is on the third right now. In the middle of each of those is a 1 foot square hole in the ceiling that your first time through you noticed at least one person looking through
Sure.
from what you would assume to be a floor above. And then to your south that you have a little bit of view through is a large arrow slit looking into the southern of the two towers, watchtowers that faced you on your way in. As far as you can tell, completely empty.
Seems really suspicious.
I mean, he did say it was going to be empty. I think we just
True.
keep our eyes out for traps, movement issues, magical shit, booby traps, which is also a trap. Mythical creatures.
And okay.
Keep
Right.
going.
Just keep going.
Do we want to go like to the side where Cal was with the river? Or do we want to go down the other way with like the trap door through the room?
I kind of want to go check out the river, see if
I
that
think the
boat's
river
still
would
there.
be.
Tight.
Yeah.
We'll go that way first.
Sick.
So we are walking all the way to the river.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's not that
so your
far.
first time through here, everything was closed, and at the moment, that is still the case. These two doors, one to your southeast and one directly to your east, accompany one long, solid wall. Sorry, I keep hitting my mic. And a faint smell of like hay and animal musk emanates. Okay.
Good old animal musk.
If that's the right choice of words.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And then as you venture farther, you've got this semi-beaten path leading to the first time you were brought here, you were led down this pathway,
Mm-hmm.
and then it immediately took a left into a stairwell. Sorry, not into a stairwell, but leading to the room that you had your awkward encounter in.
Do we want to check doors?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll go
let's
up to
check
this
doors.
door and check it out.
I am close to this door,
Okay.
so I'll go to this door.
It eats you.
Nah.
I mean,
I'll go to this
probably.
door. I believe that too.
If there are animals left over, I'm probably gonna take them.
Okay. Checking this out at first glance, this old stable is in bad shape. Most of the roof is caved in and rotting debris fills the interior. 6 horse stalls line the back wall with small beds and piles of hay sort of strewn about, but no animals are within, neither living nor dead.
Good.
Any like bridles or anything that we might be able to use?
Yeah, there are a couple harnesses. Maybe a couple extra pieces of hardware. This is the DM not knowing
Sure.
horse anything.
Do you want to take any extra horse equipment? Gert?
Yeah. I mean, I'd be interested. I would like to talk to Mr.
Oh, the dude, the
Fang.
Russian guy. Oh, Fang.
No, I would talk. I would like to talk to Fang at some point in the future about maybe supercharging some stuff for the hippogriffs.
Bonkers.
Oh shit. Okay.
So that they are more protected in battle. And
You guys are gonna be like the straight up 4 horsemen riding in, the 5 horsemen riding in to whatever
Definitely.
final
It's,
fight
no,
you
it's the
end
four
up
horsemen
having.
world because she's anti-horse.
The 4 horsemen and whirl.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the
Um,
5 horsemen and then just this storm with Whirl in the center of it. Just going.
Ooh.
Just like 2 middle fingers, just like not giving a fuck.
Yeah, if
Sword is in
there-
the shape of a
Some
horse.
Ozzy
there's
Osbourne
some
playing in the
sort of,
background.
like,
Yeah.
if there's some sort of
You
like
know.
saddle
It has to be
or
David Bowie though.
I don't know, if there's just some stuff that we
Sure.
might be able to convince him to turn into
Okay,
some sort of
Write that
protective-
down.
Okay.
Or stuff.
We
Or
can.
stuff.
You and I out of game can totally craft. Like I'm all for the unique ideas, and then whatever we need to do to figure out mechanics about how to make that happen. Done.
Mhm.
Consider
No,
it
it's-
done. We just need to
yeah.
figure out what it is.
Perfect.
This isn't even a like Hippocrite's face. This is just like my excitement at your excitement face. It's just it's like the fucking silliest. This game is the silliest, and I love
Yeah.
it. That's all.
No, this game is if it hasn't been clear by now, like whatever
Yeah.
we want to do creatively, I'm all for it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Make it cool. Okay, so we're at another point to take a quick break, if that's cool with you guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
Get up, walk around, grab some water. We'll be right back.